you all see my screen?
Yes, Nicholas, we can.
Excellent. Okay. Hi, everyone. So as we've heard so far today, self-sovereign identity can transform many aspects of our daily lives. For my talk, I'll be sharing insights on how self-sovereign identity can create a new paradigm for KYC compliance. Know Your Counterparty, KYC, is a workflow used to verify counterparties according to regulatory rules. We should all now be familiar that this process involves a lot of complex, costly, and time-consuming manual verification, leading to operational inefficiencies and poor user experience. As the financial industry becomes more digitalized, the next generation of fintech applications need to filter and analyze growing amounts of data. KYC verification has become a roadblock to the industry due to heavy reliance on human intervention that involves back and forth communication and repetition. It also suffers from data breaches and identity theft. Blockchain technology presents a powerful solution to this problem. It improves KYC workflows by making it possible to transmit instantly verifiable claims. Also, it enables zero knowledge proof verification, meaning minimal or no disclosure of personally identifiable information. So blockchain makes this possible by creating trust between opposing parties. As digital identities and their associated credentials and data can be verified on the ledger. It also makes it possible to own and control your digital identity and KYC data, creating a new paradigm for KYC compliance with simple workflows, lower cost, and enhanced data security and privacy. A self-sovereign identity is represented by a unique decentralized identifier. It is basically a string of characters made up of a DID method and a blockchain account. You can easily generate a self-sovereign ID and prove control over it using cryptographic proofs. In contrast, the vast majority of unique identifiers we currently use are centralized and not under our control. These include communication addresses such as emails and telephone numbers, and IDs such as passport and tax numbers. So the external authority can decide who or what they identify. They may be useful in only a small specific context. They may cease to be valid with the failure of the authority. And most worryingly, they may unnecessarily reveal personal information and make us subject to identity theft. So self-sovereign identity solves this by enabling a human-centric control over digital identity that is not dependent on a central authority. We all need to make many kinds of claims as part of our daily activities. For KYC compliance, this may include having to prove your nationality, your residential address, and source of wealth and funds. Self-sovereign identity enables your claims to become instantly verifiable. So how does this work? First, you generate a self-sovereign identity using a personal digital wallet, which acts as a window to the blockchain. A credential issuer, such as a government or a bank, performs due diligence checks and then tags a credential to your digital identity. This action constitutes the signing of a transaction on the blockchain using cryptographic keys. The credentials can then be attached to extended data, such as a passport copy or source of wealth documents from the bank. You can then use these credentials as instantly verifiable claims, such as having a valid passport or being KYC approved by the bank. These can all be verified by third parties in real time. Each of these steps that I've showed you constitutes transactions on the blockchain, which we can be executed simply by scanning a QR code. During verification, you can control the exposure of your personal information. Instead of full disclosure, such as access to a copy of your passport, zero-knowledge proof enables disclosure of only what a verifier needs, such as just the passport's ID number, country of issuance, and expiry date. Verification can also be a predicated proof. So that means the answer to a yes or no question. For example, are you a politically exposed person? There is trust because the signing of the blockchain transaction during verification is a cryptographic proof, meaning it proves that you control the associated private key. An issuer can revoke your credentials by recording its status in a distributed and decentralized user registry. So scenarios where this action is needed include when your bank account closes and during offboarding. It would also be possible to blacklist digital identities using the same method, which is essential if, for example, a positive hit is identified for money laundering offenses or international sanctions. All this translates into a much more robust infrastructure for our booming digital economy, lower business cost, stronger trust between counterparties, and more seamless user experience. For example, an association of companies with the same standard of KYC compliance could use self-sovereign identity to easily share customers. A platform for B2B transactions could use self-sovereign identity to create a marketplace with verifiable and reputable trade partners. Supply chain counterparts could use self-sovereign identity to ensure ethical sourcing and sanctions compliance. Remitters could use verifiable claims to verify the sender and the receiver of funds instantaneously. And the authorities could blacklist digital identities and make this verifiable across interoperable networks. So you can see, you can find out more about self-sovereign identity and perform live demos on our website. Thank you for listening.